Hello and welcome. In this video, we are going to be looking at how to round significant figures. So, first of all, how do we know if a figure is significant? Well, any non-zero digit is significant. That means 1 all the way through 9 are all significant figures. That leaves you with 0. Now, some zeros are significant while others are not. So, there are a few rules we can use to know if a 0 is significant or not. First of all, if a 0 is between two digits that are non-zeros, that 0 is a significant figure. So, if we have the figure 708, because this 0 is between two non-zeros, it is a significant figure. So that gives us our first rule. A 0 is significant if it is in between two non-zeros. And it doesn't have to be right in between, with it directly on the left and right. You can have two numbers on this side and two numbers on this side. Or you can have a 0 here and then numbers along here. As long as there's one non-zero on this side and one non-zero on this side, this 0 is a significant figure. This brings us on to rule number 2. If a 0 is at the end of a decimal, it is significant. So if you have the decimal 7.890, if that 0 is located on the end of the decimal, then it is a significant figure. This means that zeros on the end of a non-decimal number are not significant. So, because this number here, 135,000, does not have a decimal, and these zeros are at the end, they are not significant figures. Additionally, if zeros are at the start of a number, like they are here, they are not significant. Now that you know how to identify which figures are significant, let's look at how to round significant figures. So, let's say we have the number 4,213, and we were asked to round it to 3, 2, and 1 significant figures. So, if we're asked to round it to 3 significant figures, we look at this number, and all of these digits are significant because none of them are 0. So we round it like any other normal number. So if we're rounding to 3 figures, we have 4, 2, and this 1, if we look right behind it, it's a 3, which is less than 5, meaning the 1 rounds down, staying at a 1, and then we have 0. To 2 would be 4, 2, 0, 0, and to 1 would just be the first digit, and because the 2 behind it is less than 5, it stays at 4 and then 0, 0, 0. That's an easy example because all the digits are significant, meaning we just round in the normal way. However, if we look at a harder example, let's say we have 0.0465 and we want to round this to 3 significant figures. So, first of all, any zeros at the start of a number are not significant. So these figures do not count. That means our third figure in is our 5, because we have 1, 2, 3. So to 3 figures would be the same as our original problem. 2 figures would be to the 6, and because it's a 5, the 6 would become a 7, giving us 0.047. And if we rounded it to 1 significant figure, we would have 0.05. because the 6 causes the 4 to go to a 5. And for our last example, let's go slightly harder again. So we have 0.4054. This one's tricky because we have some zeros all over the place. So, to 3 significant figures. This 0 at the start is not a significant figure. However, this 0 is because it satisfies the first rule by being in between two non-zero digits, the 4 and the 5. That means if we round to 3 significant figures, we have 0 point, and then we start here. So 1, 2, 3, with the 5 staying the same since 4 is lower than 5, giving us 0.4 0.405. If we rounded to 2, it would be 0.41, and then to one significant figure, simply 0.4. So if we quickly recap, rounding using significant figures is the same as normal rounding, except you have to take into account which figures are significant and which are not, and you can do that by using these 3 simple rules. Anyway, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, make sure to give it a like and consider subscribing.